guys, Robobat1 here, and welcome to Duels and Deck Profiles, a segment on my channel where we talk about decks coming out later on in the game, currently in the game, or decks that are getting support later on in the game, and essentially do a deck profile, show you some duels, and have a bit of fun with it. Now, today, we have Draitron. Honestly, I wasn't going to do this video this week, I was going to plan it for next week, but I've started testing the deck, and I've been scheduling back multiple duels and deck profiles because I wanted to hold him back a bit. But honestly, I want to do this now for the pure fact that I'm loving this deck. It literally got announced yesterday, and ever since it's been announced, I was waiting for the cards to come out on EDOPro so I could test out a build I had in mind. And as soon as they came out, I started testing it, and oh my god, I love this deck. This deck is so fun and consistent that it's just insane. Like, you can play any ritual monster pretty much any ritual monster in the game with this deck, and I'm literally not even joking. It's just such a fun deck to play. You can do so many things. It's such a nice combo deck as well that just summons multiple ritual monsters. You've got so many different ritual monsters in the game to choose from. Like, you can see me playing Free Surveillance because that card's insane. You can see me playing Demise right here because he's an insane board-wide ritual monster, and you can do it so easy, all thanks to the new ritual spell that the deck has. And I'm really liking this deck, and I wanted to showcase it in a Duels and Deck profile. So, second Duels and Deck profiles of the week, guys. Let's get into it so you guys can see what this deck does, what are the reasons for certain ratios in the deck, and we can just go straight into it. So, without further ado, let's begin. So, starting off, we play free Ban Alpha because he is the one that searches a ritual monster from the deck. All of the level 1 Draitron monsters have the same effect where you contribute a Draitron or a ritual monster and special summon them from the hand or the graveyard, and they all have an additional effect added to them if you do successfully summon them, which allows you to do something else. This one's additional effect is add any ritual monster from the deck, so this is the best one in the deck. It's being able to add literally any of the 7 ritual monsters we're playing is really useful, and it's just really good to have this card. So, 3 of it. We're playing 2 Raz Beta. This one is the weakest one of the deck, so I'm only playing at 2, but you want to have that consistency to open multiple, so I do choose to play at least 2 of it. But what this one's additional effect basically is, you can target a Draitron monster in the banished zone and return it to the graveyard. So essentially it allows you to recycle your banished cards. Now, you're very rarely going to have banished Draitron monsters unless you're very focused on the boss monster, because of what I've been doing with this deck is trying to go more OTK/control at times, but it is there just in case you want to return those banished cards to the graveyard, so the card may come up at times. We're playing free El Gamma because El Gamma is literally Monster Reborn on summon, and honestly, this card on its own is insane because you just summon this card and you can return one of the Draitron monsters you sent to the graveyard for this card's effects, and then you instantly have 2 monsters with over 4k attack to use as ritual monsters. So literally insane. And we played 2 Letelta because this card says you can reveal a ritual monster or ritual spell in your hand and draw 1 card on this summon. It's not the best as well, that's why we're only playing it at 2, but the fact that it can give you that +1 at times is kind of nice. We're playing free also Alzeta because this one adds the ritual spell to the deck, and the ritual spell is really important to the deck, so you want to make sure you have this kind of card. For the ritual monsters we're playing 3 of their boss monster, Draitron Meteorosis. You'll play 3 of this basically because it is the boss monster of the deck. It has 4k attack, so it's going to be the thing that you're mainly going to be doing the big damage with, and it does have an effect for your opponent's turn where you can literally banish the little guys here up to 2 of them to equal 4k attack, and then destroy 2 face-up cards your opponent controls. It's not the best card in the deck, I'll give it that. It isn't the best ritual monster that you could potentially have, but the fact that it does have removal on the opponent's turn, and it can't be targeted by opponent's monster effects, and also the fact that it can attack all special monsters at times, does really help, and it is the boss monster of the deck. We also play 1 Demise King of Armageddon. Now, you can obviously do this both ways. This card is absolutely insane when you think of it on paper. For starters, if it's ritual summoned, when this card is ritual summoned, your ritual monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. So, just protection for your ritual monsters. If all monsters were used to summon this card with ritual monsters, then you don't pay life points for its effect. But the reason we do play this card is because of its effect. You can pay 2,000 life points, destroy as many other cards on the field as possible, and if you do, inflict 200 points of damage to your opponent for each card destroyed they controlled. So pretty much, you summon this, you nuke the board, you attack them for 3k, and on top of that, depending on how many cards you kill of theirs, you literally just get to deal 200 extra damage. So it is just a really nice board wipe. It does come up at times where it's like, this is really good, you just summon it, you've gotten through all their negates, and then you just do this, and then you go through that. So it is really powerful and really, really nice. We also play 3 Surveyors because this card, I'm going to tell you this now, this card has not seen play as an amazing hand trap because it's not that good in the long time, seeing as it only can stop targeting by effects. But this has 2 really good things in this deck. One, it protects this from everything that isn't a monster effect. So impermanence, any spell effects, anything along those lines that target, it protects it from that. But also, if this card is on the board and your opponent special summons a monster through an inherent summon, not an effect summon, you can return this card to the hand and negate that summon. So your opponent wants to link summon, your opponent wants to synchro summon, your opponent wants to XC summon, negate it. Negated, done, we're not dealing with that. So you want to be playing 3 Surveyors because it is literally a solemn warning on crack. It returns to the hand and you can just summon it again next turn. You can literally just discard it from your hand to negate the targeting of an effect. This card is absolutely insane, and in this deck it really does flourish the best, seeing as it is just an insane ritual monster overall, and I really like this card. For spells though, we're playing 3 Pot of Extravagance because of draw 2. 3 Wear After, these are all level 1 monsters. Literally all level 1 monsters, and as long as you control 1 level 1 monster, this card says you can search any of them from your deck. So literally, Wear After is a staple at 3 in this deck. We're playing 1 Foolish Burial because literally you could send any of these to the graveyard, tribute a ritual monster or one of these in your hand, and then just summon them to the board. So Foolish Burial just comes up clutch there. We're playing 3 Preparation of Rites because you can literally add this to the hand and then have that in your hand for free. And also, if you have used the ritual spell, you can just summon the ritual. You can add the ritual spell back from your graveyard, even though it does have a recovery effect. It can just sometimes be better to add it through this means. 3 Draitron Nova. This card says you can summon any Draitron level 1 from your deck. So literally, you're special summoning any of these, tributing it off, tributing the one you summoned, and then you just summon this, summon the one you summoned. Like, literally, the one you want to be getting to is Alpha, and I just have so many ways to get to Alpha. You want to get to Alpha so you can consistently get to your plays. So you want to be playing 3 of this, because it's just a free summon from the deck. 3 Meteoris Draitron. This card is the most insane ritual spell I've ever seen. For starters, this card does not rely on level. This card relies on attack points. So what you're basically going to do is, you're going to use this card constantly to summon any of your ritual monsters, because this can summon any ritual monster in the game. And you can send level monsters with 2k or less attack, which are machines. It has to be machines, so that's why you have to focus it around the Draitrons, because they're all machines, to the graveyard to ritual summon anything. So you want to summon your Surveyors, you just have to send 2 Draitron monsters with that equal 2600 or more attack to the graveyard. You want to summon your Meteorists, you just send 2 of your Draitron monsters to the graveyard. You want to summon your Armageddon, you just send 2 of these to the graveyard. And it's so simple. And also with Gamma, it means that 1 Draitron becomes 2 Draitron. So it's like easy as pie to make any of your ritual plays in this deck, and it's really good. So, and also this has an effect where you can target a Draitron monster you control, decreases attack by 1000 and return it to your hand. So say you do have a 2k, one of these that are on 2k, then you can decrease to a k, and you can still ritual summon any of these as long as you have 1 other Draitron, because the highest is 3k, and then you got 26, and then you just summon whatever the hell you want. This card is insane. We also play 3 of the field spell, which is Draitron Fafnir. This card is basically searches any of your Draitron spell trap cards, so your counter trap here, your ritual spell, or your Nova. But it also has an effect that when a monster is summoned and you control a Draitron monster, you can decrease that monster's attack for every 1000 attack points it has. Now, this is basically to kind of like interrupt like XC's base plays and Synchro base plays, so it's not going to be amazing, but it's just a really nice little floodgate extra effect there. But you're mainly playing it to add your ritual spell and Nova to your hand, so just so you can guarantee that you have those additional searches. And finally, Draitron Meteor Shower. the counter trap of the deck, which is basically Solemn Warning as well. When your opponent would normal or special summon a monster while you control a ritual monster, negate the summon, and if you do, shuffle that monster into the deck. Now, this is pretty much Solemn Warning, but the only difference here is it only works on inherent summons. So just like Suraveus that we have at free, we have one of these just to have an additional way to stop a summon. It is a nice card. I wouldn't run it at more than 1, I think. I might try it at 2 at some point, but I feel like 1 is the correct ratio just for now. But it is a really strong card and a really nice card at that. Going into extra deck though, extra deck isn't very important, but some stuff can come out because you are able to utilize the extra deck in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah, let's go into it. So we're playing 2 Relinquish Anima just in case the opponent places monsters into a zone that we can steal from. Link Karibo because we can decrease attack and summon it back with Draitron by tributing to Draitron. 1 Cross Sheet because if you ritual summon to a zone that Cross Sheet points to, you draw 2, discard 2. So say you've made this and you've got 2 Dreitrons in your hand, you literally just draw 2, discard the 2 Dreitrons, and then you can just summon the 2 Dreitrons back. So there's really no downside to playing Cross Streak in this deck. 1 IP Masquerena if you want to like go for a link play on your opponent's turn. Cerberus, Phoenix, just to get rid of things. Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon, because you can actually utilize this card in this deck because of all of your monsters are mainly machines. So you literally just summon 3 tokens, and then you can add your trap to your deck. From your deck to your hand, you can play like Floodgates in the deck if you want. So you can play like Anti-Spell Fragrance, you could play... there could only be 1. You could play literally any ritual spell, counter trap in your extra deck as well. Just kind of like facilitate this, so it's just like a nice little tech. Plus, tribute a token, destroy a monster, nothing wrong with that. And also, it does, if you do make this, then you literally just have another 2k monster that you contribute for the ritual spell anyway, because he is a machine, so you have that bonus as well. Nightmare Unicorn, because Nightmare Unicorn is absolutely insane with IP Masquerena and can get rid of anything. Access Code Talker, sorry, because you can literally just banish any of these and get free destructions. It's like no-brainer. Borosaur Dragon for those potential OTKs at times. You're probably never going to make him, but he is there just in case. Unchained Abomination, because you can make him. He destroys cards for free. Very good in the control game. And 1 Sylvan Princess Sprite, because she is a rank 1 and you can make her with any of these, so you could potentially get 1 of your spells or traps for free. So that is the deck. Let's actually, like this, I really love this deck. I'm testing this deck, I'm loving this deck, and I think it's absolutely insane. But let's go ahead and take this into some games and we will see what we can do with it in a minute, guys. So, first game with the Dreitrons, let's go. We won the rock, paper, scissors, so we get to go first. I'm going to tell you now, most of the time you want to go first with this deck. And we've opened the good stuff. We've opened pretty much everything we need. So, let's get into this. So, we're going to start off by summoning our... We're going to go ahead and start off by summoning Delta, by discarding Zelta. If he can negate this, it does suck, but we want the Zelta to resolve, so it's fine. Okay, so he negates the Zelta, but it's fine because we can summon the Zeta, because Zeta's the one we want to resolve, so we can go ahead and add our ritual spell from our deck to our hand. So we'll go ahead and summon Zelta. We're then going to go ahead and add the ritual spell from our deck to our hand, so we go ahead and add the Draitron. And then we're going to go ahead and use Where Art Thou. Where Art Thou, we'll go ahead and add us any Draitron monster from our deck to our hand. And we're going to go, and seeing as we already have 2 ritual monsters in our hand, we don't actually need to add Alpha here. So what I think I'm going to do is, I'm probably going to go ahead and add a different one. We'll go ahead and add Gamma from our deck to our hand, because Gamma will allow us to actually get us a free summon from the graveyard by just discarding a ritual monster. So we're going to go ahead and discard Dre, the Meteorosis right here, and we're going to summon Gamma. Gamma effect will resolve, and we'll go ahead and summon Delta. So we go ahead and summon Delta. We will then go ahead and use Meteorosis, and we're going to go ahead and actually send to grave. We're gonna go ahead and summon Suraveus, because Suraveus is a negate, and well, actually no, we could summon the boss monster here, draw Meteor, but it's just like, do I want to go one way or the other? Like, the thing is, I could summon the Suraveus to get a free negate on inherent summon, but I could also summon this to be able to destroy 2 cards. But by doing that, I'd have to banish cards from my graveyard. So it comes down to that. I think just for the principle, because of like we can keep these and then we don't have to really worry about this, we're gonna go ahead and summon the dragon. And we're going to go ahead and send Zelta and Gamma. And we're going to go ahead and summon him out. And before the end of the turn, Oh, watch him have Nibiru. Watch him have Nibiru here, and I'm just going to be like super salty because, oh, my opponent summons Nibiru. Oh, that's very fun, am I right? But yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and use Meteorosis, and we're going to target the Draitron La Delta. And we'll go ahead and end our turn there. Actually, you know what? I should have probably made Link Karibo there just for the fact that I could have a protection. But at the same time, keeping the Delta on the board as well is kind of good because if it survives, then we get to keep that. And, oh boy! Oh, but this is why we have Surveillance. Like, I mentioned this earlier, did I not? It protects us. It protects us. Surveillance protects us. Ooh, you had Impermanence. Well, I had Surveillance. See? Surveillance comes in clutch. And we're up against Toons. Okay, interesting. Now, honestly, this kind of sucks for me because he's going to go ahead and add Toon World. I'm not going to be able to destroy Toon World, but at the same time, he can't really hurt me. So, oh no. Oh no, it's fine because I can kill it. He's going to go ahead and activate his Comic Hand. He's going to try and steal my Meteorosis, but I can kill it. I can destroy that, fine, it's cool. And I can also get rid of that Toon bookmark while I'm at. So we're going to go ahead and use this. Now, the question is, do I want to banish the Gamma? The Gamma's very good here, and I don't think I want to get rid of it, but at the same time, it is a very useful card. So it's the question of, do I want to keep it or not? And I think I might just banish it, because I've got the La Delta, and I don't really have another ritual monster in hand. Actually, I have the Zervaeus Engrave. I think I will banish both, just for the fact that it gets rid of the Toon bookmark in the graveyard, and I can always get them back with Beta. So it's like, it's not the end of the world. So we go ahead and destroy those two. Wait, he didn't protect it? Oh wait, no, this sends to the graveyard. This sends. It doesn't destroy. That's my bad. So we just literally ruined this guy's day, and he surrendered. Like, literally, he can't do anything because I just send the Toon Kingdom to graveyard, and now in Toons you have nothing after that. So game one, we literally just destroyed Toons with this deck by making Meteorosis, going through all of our cards, and literally having Surveillance to stop the Impermanence. Like, Game one. Let's go to another game then. Alright, game two. We're gonna go Scissors. Scissors got hacked, we got hit by Rock. So we're going second. Ooh, we're gonna probably go second. We're definitely going second. So let's see what our opponent has. And we've opened very good here. We have not, and he made me go first. He made me go first, dude. So this guy has literally nothing on me because we're going to go ahead and just kill him. So we're going to go ahead and activate the field spell, and we're going to go ahead and add from our deck to our hand a Shower. So we go ahead and add Shower, and then we're going to go ahead and activate Nova. So we can go ahead and summon Zeta from the deck, so then with Zeta we're able to go ahead and grab our Ritual spell, so that we can go from there. So we summon Zeta, and then we're going to go ahead and use Delta here to summon itself, and then we're going to reveal Surveillance, so then we can get a free draw. So reveal a Ritual monster from our hand, we're going to reveal the Surveillance. Get a draw. We drew Preparation of Rites. That's actually very good here, because Preparation of Rites can recycle our field spell, so that's nice. So we're going to go ahead and use our Zeta, and we're going to send Alpha to the graveyard from our hand, because we can do that. Then we're going to go ahead and summon Zeta, and Zeta's going to go ahead and get the Ritual spell for us. So we go ahead and add Meteorosis Draitron. We're then going to go ahead and use the Alpha in the graveyard. And we're going to go ahead and send Delta to the grave. Summon out that. And we're going to add a Ritual monster. We'll go ahead and add the big boy again, because the big boy is the thing that's going to keep us protected. And seeing as we don't need to actually, we have the counter trap, so we don't actually need to summon Surveillance, but we will be summoning Surveillance. We will be summoning Meteor without any issue. So go ahead and use the Ritual spell. We're going to summon this by sending these two to the graveyard. Summon that out. And then the field spell, we can trigger it just to make our thing a level 8. It doesn't really matter on its level, so it's not a big deal. So decrease that, unless he's got something to stop me. Like, if the man has Nibiru, it just gives me a 4k token, which isn't the end of the world, but it just kind of sucks, to be honest, that he gets to go ahead and do that. But we're going to have to activate Preparation of Rites. We're going to add Surveillance from our deck to our hand, and then we're going to go ahead and add the Meteorosis from the graveyard for free. Then we're just going to go ahead and set the Shower. I can use this because I contribute this, but we're not doing that. We're not tributing our big boss monster for a Surveillance. And then we're going to go ahead and end our turn there, so we can go ahead and pass it over to the opponent. Now, we don't know what they're playing. They could be playing something absolutely insane. They could be playing something absolutely bad. But we will see what they're playing. So he activates Terraforming. Okay, so Terraforming is going to get what? Terraforming gets a... That card is actually deadly. Okay. So he goes ahead and adds the Lair of Darkness to the hand. Lair of Darkness and activates Lair of Darkness. Now, I don't feel like... You see, I can deal with the Lair of Darkness. I can deal with it. So I want to see what he has to kind of tribute my thing off. If he has nothing, it means nothing to me. If he does have something, then it's like... Monster Gate! Monster Gate! Damn it! He's playing Infernoids as well. Okay. So I should have killed the Lair of Darkness, but at the same time, if I did use its effect, I'll lose all my Dreitrons in the graveyard. So I guess I've just got to hope he can't kill me. So he's going to go ahead and use the Decatron to send something from the deck to the graveyard. What will it be? It's going to be a Primus. So he's going to return something on my board to my hand. He's going to return my Counter Trap. Now the Counter Trap wasn't really doing anything. It shuffles it into the deck. What? Well, okay then. Didn't know that part. It's been ages since I played against Infernoids. So we'll see what this guy actually has. So he's got the Decatron, which is level 2. He's got 4 cards in hand still, and a ton of Infernoids in the graveyard. So he's got summons Anotilus, Anatondal. Is he just going to attack me with the Atonadol? Like, he's got nothing else in his graveyard. He did mill a lot of spell cards as well, which is really good for me. He could also choose to go ahead and turn these into a... the link to the fire link to that says every fire monster gains 500 attack, but no, he's not choosing to because of, I guess he wants to preserve his resources. So he's going to go ahead and use the Anatondal. Now, if he's smart, he'll go ahead and use the Atondal to banish my searches from my monsters in the graveyard. So if he's smart, he should do that, but we'll see what he does. So he's going to go ahead and use the Void Vanishment. That actually sucks because then he gets... Well, I don't know why he added that to hand, but okay. Interesting choice, interesting choice. So he goes to the end phase. Now, he should technically use his Atondal here, but it doesn't look... it doesn't look like he's going to. So it's my turn now. And we drew a Gamma. That's nice. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and start off by activating Delta. I want him to use up his cards. So we're going to use Delta to attempt to bait him out. We want him to use the Delta so that way we can get around his cards. So he's not going to use it. So we're going to get a free draw here, which is absolutely fine by me. So we get to reveal a Ritual Monster. We're going to reveal the Surveus in our hand, and we're going to get to draw a card. And we... we drew Fanfare. Okay, we're going to use the Fanfare to go ahead and add to our hand the Nova, because we can use with Nova get a special something from our deck for free. We're then going to go ahead and use Nova, and what we're going to do is we're going to summon out the only one we're missing, which is Beta, because that way if he does banish one of my things, I can get them back. So that's just really good there to get around that. So we're going to go ahead after this and use... We'll go ahead and use Alpha. So we're going to go ahead and send to graveyard a Surveus, because we don't need both Surveuses in the hand. And we can summon one back with the Draitron. So he's going to go and use the Anatondal here to tribute my monster, the son of a gun, to go ahead and banish that card. And you know what? He can actually clear another. He can actually clear another one of my graveyards. So it's a bit annoying, but it's fine. So what we're going to do here now is we're going to actually go ahead and summon Beta. And with Beta, we're going to go ahead and send Surveus, because we can summon Surveus back. And he chooses to tribute that off to go ahead and stop me from doing that. But that's fine. That's fine. I can still deal with things. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and use Gamma. The reason why we hadn't used Gamma yet was because I knew this was going to happen. This kind of thing would always happen. So we're going to go ahead and use Gamma, and we're going to summon Zeta. Zeta's going to go ahead and add a Ritual spell from our deck to our hand. The Draitron Meteorosis. And then what we're going to do is we're going to summon Gamma. So Gamma's going to go ahead and send Zeta to the grave. And we're going to go ahead and summon him. And then we're going to get to summon any of our ones from the graveyard. So we're going to summon Delta because it doesn't really matter. And then what we're going to do is we could go into a Ritual Monster, a Link Monster, but there's absolutely no point in doing that. So what we're going to do is we're going to summon Draitron. And we're going to go ahead and summon the Boss Monster. And we're not going to keep the Boss Monster. We're actually going to get rid of it after we've got rid of this, because then we can actually negate an inherent summon. So he's got what, 4 guaranteed? Okay. So we're going to go ahead and enter the battle phase. We're going to go ahead and attack over this Atondale because I want it gone. And I'm going to hope he doesn't have anything that will let him tribute on my turn, because that would just absolutely ruin me. So we go ahead and get rid of that. And then main phase 2, we're going to go ahead and use the Draitron, and we're going to target the Meteorosis. And we're going to add it to our hand. We're then going to use Meteorosis to send our Meteorosis on the board to graveyard to summon Suravis. So now we've pretty much guaranteed that no matter what anything he summons, I can negate the summon, and as long as he doesn't have a card in his hand that will allow him to tribute my Suravis, I should technically be fine. But of course, if he does have something that does allow him to tribute my stuff, that's going to be a big hindrance. But it's at the end of the day, it all comes down to that. And also we get a token, which is nice. And that's an extra 2k. That's an extra 3k. Boy, that's an extra 4k for any monster I want. Oh wait, no, it's not an extra 4k actually, because they're fiend monsters. But I can use the tokens to link summon, so it's fine. I can turn those into pretty much any link monster I want. Like I could turn them into an IP and then go into something else there. So he summons the Atondale, and because it's an inherent summon, we're going to negate it with our Suravis. And he has a Gamma! He has a Gamma! Wait, how can he use Gamma? He controls a monster. What? Oh, no, because he wouldn't technically control the monster yet, because it's negating the summon of the monster. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. That actually sucks. That really does suck. Like, I should be able to survive, though, for the pure fact that I've still got the 4 monsters on the board. So I should be fine, but this is going to hurt because he's going to go ahead and banish my big boy, most likely. Or one of my little ones, just to prevent me from using those. No, he's going to banish the ritual spell. Good thing I added another one then. What a waste. But it's fine. We're still in a position where I don't really need to worry. He's probably going to make an Omega as well, which will hurt, but not a lot. So I think I'm in a decent position where I don't really need to worry. So he goes ahead and attacks one of the tokens. That's going to get rid of something. That's fine. Like, I expect to take some damage this turn. It's going to hurt, but it's not going to kill me. Something that I would really like to draw this turn, though, is... I mean, I don't know actually what I could draw this turn, because if I need to draw something that would let me basically out his board, and he's probably going to turn those into... Oh, no, he's going to turn them into a Wee Witch's Apprentice. Okay. Interesting choice. So he's got the Wee Witch's Apprentice on board now, and he's going to end his turn. So he's going to get 2 tokens. Only one. Okay, then. We drew Nova, fam. We drew Nova. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we don't need to use all of our stuff. We're literally just going to use Zeta to try and bait him out. We're going to try and bait out the... we're going to make him think that I don't actually have another one in hand. So we're going to use the Zeta, sending this to the graveyard, and attempt to bait out his Atondale. If I can bait his Atondale, he has nothing. He has nothing. We're killing this man. So you can banish the Zeta. I still have another Meteorosis in hand, so you're going to lose everything here. So, what we're going to do is we're going to use Nova. Nova is going to go ahead and summon Alpha. Summon Alpha from the deck. Then we're going to go ahead and use our... we can use Delta to go ahead and get a free draw. So we're going to summon Delta. I kind of feel like he would have made something else though as well. So we're going to go ahead and add this to hand. We're going to go ahead and reveal our Meteorosis that he thought we didn't have. Oh, and we drew Wear Off that, so we get to actually recycle our stuff now too. So we're going to go ahead and use the Wear Off that, definitely. Wear Off those definitely going to go ahead and trigger, and we're going to go ahead with it and add the one that will return the banished stuff. See, this card is bad on its own, but when it goes up against a deck like this, the card is absolutely insane. So this is good for me. So we're going to now use the Alpha, and we're going to send the Beta. So we're going to go ahead with the Beta, summon out the Alpha, sorry, and we're going to go ahead and add the Demise, Supreme King of Armageddon, the reasons we play this card. Okay, so we're going to have to summon this out, and then we're going to go ahead and actually summon out the Gamma. No, sorry, we're going to summon out the Beta, and then... No. We can summon both. So we're going to go ahead and summon out the Beta by sending this to the grave. Because we don't need it in hand to actually summon it, because Meteorosis can be summoned from them from the graveyard as well. So So we'll go ahead and send him to the graveyard, and we're going to summon out the Beta. Beta is then going to trigger, and we're going to return to the graveyard a Zeta. You know what? We're actually going to return the other Beta to the graveyard for the pure fact, if he does banish one of them, we still have the other one in the graveyard. We're then going to go ahead and use the Gamma, sending this to the graveyard. And we're going to go ahead and summon out the Gamma, and then Gamma's going to go ahead and summon out a Beta. Okay. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and use our Detroit. So go ahead and use this, and this is going to go ahead and summon out Dre. And we're going to go ahead and send to grave. It doesn't really matter what we send, so we're just going to send both of these to the grave. Okay, and we don't care about this effect, so it's fine. We're then going to go ahead and use Dre to decrease one of our little ones' attack. To add the Dre to the hand. And then we're going to use it, and we're going to summon out our Demise King. Well, actually, let me do some maths here. So we've got 45 attack here. We're going to attack this. We're going to go ahead and attack this for 1,200. Then we're going to attack this for 2,600. And then we're going to attack this for nothing. So that's 26, 12. That's 32. That's 36. You know what? We can do a bit. So 32. We're going to summon the Demise. We're going to summon the Demise because the Demise will just allow me to kill him. So we're going to summon this. Doesn't matter about that. So we go into our battle phase. Has he been saving in Nibiru this whole time? And we're going to go ahead and start attacking. So we're going to start with the Wheat Witch's Apprentice first. Let's just attack that. Kill that. Get that out of the way. And we can attack all his monsters because of this card's effect. So that dies. He gets to add the thing back to his extra deck, but that's fine by me. Then we're going to go ahead and attack again. Attack the Atundale for 1,200. That's another 1,200 damage. And we've got... oh, no, he gets to protect it. But he banishes that as well. Oh, that sucks. That really does actually hurt. Oh, no. I should have attacked the little one first and then attacked that. That is a big misplay. I had game on the board. Oh, that hurts me so much. How many Infernoids does he even grave? Not enough, so I can just go main phase 2, pay 2,000 life points, and destroy the rest of the cards on the board to deal a little extra damage. Dealing him 400. This does hurt me quite a bit, but it's like... I needed to get rid of the field spell anyway, so it's good. Now, if he has anything, because of my slight misplay there, really could cost me the game here. But obviously, you saw that I would have had game if I didn't make that tiny misplay. Because what I should have done was attack the token, then the Atundale. But I completely... And my opponent surrendered. He had nothing. He had nothing. You saw. But literally, I did not know the spell. I completely forgot the spell had that effect. Like, literally, I've played against the deck before, but it's been a long time since I've actually played against Infernoids. So, yeah, that was game 2. Let's go on to one more game, and that's going to be the video. Alright, last game, or technically the 4th game, I'm not going to lie to you. All I did just go into a game, and the opponent instantly left. But last game of the video, and we've opened triple preparation of right. What the hell? My opponent set one and passed. Oh, what the f... We opened triple prep. We opened triple prep. Like, I'm gonna extravagance starting off. The first extravagance we've actually drawn in this video. But, oh, that's insane. Oh, that's beautiful. What did we lose? Because I don't really care. But what did we lose? So we lost 2 Linkery, but, like, I don't care about these cards. This hand is nuts. This hand is just consistency. Oh my god. This hand's insane. Okay, so we're gonna go in. We're just gonna go in. So we're going to go ahead and use Nova. Nova's going to go ahead and let us to get from our deck literally anything. We're going to summon Bait Alpha, because Alpha's the one that's going to search our ritual monster. We're then going to use Where Art Thou. Alpha is going to get Gamma. Let's go ahead and add the Gamma. Then we're going to go ahead and use the Zeta. Zeta's going to send Gamma, and then we're going to get another Meteorosis. So we add a ritual spell. Gonna add this. Then we're gonna go ahead and use the Gamma in the grave. Could go ahead and send the Zeta and just summon back the Alpha. This is absolutely insane. What is this hand? What is this hand? What we're going to do then is we're going to go ahead and link off the... Okay, we need... I made a slight I think I made a slight mishap. I should have probably sent the Z alpha, but it's fine. It's fine. We can still do everything. We can still do insane things. So we're going to go ahead and use this, adding a Surveys. We're then going to go ahead and link summon into a Link Karibo. Sorry, no, into a Cross Sheep by sending this Zeta and this to the grave. We're then going to use the Alpha, because the Alpha's going to say we're going to get free cards. Sending this to the grave, summon the Alpha. Alpha's then going to say we get a free search, because we can search literally anything on our deck. We're going to go ahead and search Meteorosis. We're then going to go ahead and use Meteorosis, sending, summoning, obviously we're going to summon the big boy, right? Like, we're not going to summon the little boy, we're going to summon the big boy. So we're going to summon this from our hand. We don't need to trigger the field spell, but we are going to trigger the what? Oh, I misclicked. Okay, that's a misclick. I didn't notice the ring around this. It should have just been able to instantly trigger, but it's fine. You know why? Because we can summon another monster and it's going to be all good. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and use the preparation of rites, which is going to go ahead and add a Service, and then we're going to go ahead and from our graveyard add a ritual spell. So we're going to go ahead and add the Detroit back. What we're then going to do is we're going to go ahead and go into the battle phase to go ahead and just attack over this face down monster, because I don't really care what it is. It is an x-sabre card. You can special one x-sabre, level 4 lower x-sabre from your deck. That's fine. That's fine. I don't care. Do what you want. Like, you summon a grasshopper. You set a grasshopper in paste. I don't give a damn. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and go with plays. Like, we'll see what he summons. He's going to summon another X-Sabre. I can't attack the X-Sabre. I can't do anything against it, to be honest. But what we're going to do now is we're going to use the Meteorosis again. We're going to go ahead and send the big boy. We're going to go ahead and summon the one from grave this time. And we're going to summon this. And then we're going to trigger the Cross Sheep, because I'm not... Why isn't it letting me trigger the Cross Sheep? If a monster is special summoned to a zone this card points to, you can apply the following effect in sequence based on the bait. What? I don't understand why the Cross Sheep isn't triggering. Oh, I know why the Cross Sheep isn't triggering. It's because I used Pot of Extravagance. I'm being a bad Yu-Gi-Oh player. Okay, understandable. So we're just going to go ahead and then add the last Surveys from our deck to our hand. We're going to add the Meteorosis from our graveyard, and we're going to pass with literally two target negates and a summon negate. I don't think this is a bad hand. If he Needle Fibers, I'm going to negate the Needle Fiber summon, obviously, but hey, we shall see what this opponent X-Sabre has. Like, I made slight misplays, but still. Like, what could I have done instead? I think the Cross Sheep was best. Actually, you know what? Instead of summoning the Cross Sheep, I could have just used the Draitron, the Meteorosis, summoned this, sending the Alpha and the Gamma to the grave, summon the Alpha back, and I could have had the Field Spell as well. So I could have had both the Drag Meteorite and obviously the Surveys on board. So, yeah, slight misplace. And he activates Mind Control. We have two Surveys. I don't care. Nice try. That's your first attempt to somehow survive. You're now going to die because of you summoned this and you inherent summoned. Yeah, I'm gonna negate that. I don't know why he summoned Goyo Guardian. Does he have more cards in hand? Is he gonna go off? Is he gonna pop off? Is he gonna pop off? Is that the question? Is that the question? Are you popping off, Duelist? I'm confused. I'm a bit confused, but it's fine. So now we just kill him. So literally what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go ahead and activate Alpha, sending the Drat to grave. Summon out the Alpha. Alpha's going to go ahead and add Demise King, because why not? Then we're going to go ahead and activate our Zeta. Now we're going to activate Gamma. Gamma's going to send Armageddon to the grave. Like, we don't need the ritual monsters in hand. We're going to summon them from the grave. It's fine. Then we're going to go ahead and summon Zeta. So summon out Zeta. Then going to go ahead and activate the ritual spell. summoning out, obviously, the big boy. And we're going to send Zeta, and we're going to send Alpha to the grave. Summon him out. We're going to trigger the cross sheep. Draw 2, discard. Okay, this is pretty good. So we're just going to discard both of these because we don't need them in the hand. We're then going to go ahead and trigger our Delta. And we're going to discard a Cervase. Summon out the Delta. Reveal a ritual and draw 1 card. Oh, and we drew a Nova. That's actually sick. Okay. And we can still activate Zeta. So we're going to go ahead and activate the Nova. And we're going to summon out a Beta, because he's the only one we're actually missing. So we summon out Beta. And opponent surrendered. What I was basically going to do is, I was going to use the Meteorosis in the graveyard by decreasing one of these on the board, add it back to hand, and then just kill my opponent. But guys, that is the video. Honestly, this deck is so fun, so insane. It's just a really cool deck to play. I really love this deck. It's just so fun, and when this comes out, I'm going to build it. I'm going to build this deck because honestly, it's just an insane combo ritual deck that can literally summon any ritual monster in the game. You want to play something other than Demise, King Armageddon? You could play the Odd Eyes ritual monster. You could play literally any Necros ritual monster. I'm literally just testing this deck and having fun. And guys, it's so good. It's so good. But that's just my thoughts on it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to tell me your thoughts in the comment section below of this deck. Any changes you might want to make to the deck as well might be helpful too. But guys, that's the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, if you are interested in a giveaway, my team is giving away some character art cards. So if you want to check out the Facebook page, the team Facebook page in the comment section in the description, please go check that out. But guys, that's the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Raw Battle 1 signing out. This deck is so fun, guys. Ah.